At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, our goal is to help you, your families, and your businesses grow and prosper for generations. We take pride in our community, whether it's volunteering our time or helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We provide you with the personal service and attention you deserve. With over 220 years of banking experience, decisions are made locally. We are Council Bluffs people operating at Council Bluffs Bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Council Bluffs Savings Bank. Hometown banking, the way it used to be. Member FDIC.
Good evening, everybody. We owe an immeasurable debt of gratitude to our veterans. Just a simple thank you does not really explain the gratitude that each of us has for every woman and man who served or continues to serve in various branches of our armed forces. Unless you are a veteran yourself, it is impossible to fathom all that they have sacrificed for our great nation and for each and every one of us individually. Please take time, this Veterans Day to remember those who serve or have served. Think about their sacrifices made and all that they have given to protect our freedom. Veterans, our prayers go out to you. Thank each of you for serving our country and protecting our individual rights and for keeping America proud and a free nation. If you would please stand and join us in a moment of silence out of respect for each individual sacrifice that our veterans must endure, and most especially in recognition of those veterans who through their service to our country have succumbed to the ultimate sacrifice. And then we will conclude with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and I'd like to recognize in the audience tonight we have members of Boy Scouts Troop 550 and 510, along with Cub Scout Pack 15. So welcome. Thank you for coming to the meeting, taking part in local government. Can I get a motion for approval of the consent agenda?
I move that we approve the consent agenda, including the correction to the minutes we discussed earlier today.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Madam Clerk?
Ordinance 6219, amending ordinances 5766, 5859, and 6037, providing that general property taxes levied and collected each year on all property located within the amended Playland Park urban renewal area in the city of Council Bluffs, county of Potawatomi, state of Iowa, by and for the benefit of the state of Iowa, city of Council Bluffs, county of Potawatomi, Council Bluffs School District, and other taxing districts be paid a special fund for payment of principal and interest on loans, monies advanced to, and indebtedness, including bonds issued to or to be issued, incurred by the city in connection with the amended Playland Park urban renewal area.
Motion to move the ordinance to third reading.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Nay.
Ordinance 6220, providing that general property taxes levied and collected each year on all property located within the South 24th Street urban renewal area within the city of Council Bluffs, county of Potawatomi, state of Iowa, by and for the benefit of the state of Iowa, city of Council Bluffs, county of Potawatomi, Lewis Central School District, and other taxing districts, be paid to a special fund for the payment of principal and interest on loans, monies advanced to indebtedness, including bonds issued or to be issued, incurred by the city in connection with the South 24th Street urban renewal area.
Motion to approve the ordinance and move to third reading.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Resolution 14-293, adopting a professional services selection process policy for the City of Council Bluffs.
Is there a motion?
Motion to approve as amended in final draft.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Resolution 14-294, authorizing the mayor to execute a RISE agreement by and between the City of Council Bluffs and the Iowa Department of Transportation for a grant award of $935,445 for the reconstruction of Gifford Road.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Resolution 14-295 of the City Council of the City of Council Bluffs approving the annual urban renewal report for fiscal year 2014.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion.
My intent to make available to the public a copy of that report because it contains quite a few financial insights, I think, that are helpful to taxpayers. So if those not on my mailing list have an interest in that, please give me a call and I'll make sure I put a copy of that in your hand.
That's also a part of the public record on the city's website as a part of the council packet. Is that correct?
It's not part of the packet. It's under
It's
subject
not part of the packet. Okay.
All right. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Resolution 14-296, authorizing the mayor and city clerk to execute an agreement with HGM Associates, Inc. for engineering services in connection with the Gifford Road reconstruction project.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Resolution 14-297, authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement on behalf of the City of Council Bluffs for the Council Bluffs Area Wi-Fi Consortium as authorized by Iowa Chapter 28E.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion on that item.
We discussed this at the study session earlier this afternoon, and this is a first step towards moving forward on the city-wide Wi-Fi project. We're not approving any funds or any budget for it tonight. This is to get the wheels moving forward, if you will, in order to determine whether or not the project is technically and financially feasible. And as this project moves forward, it'll be coming back for decision points to the council, and we'll make sure that that you all in the out there get an opportunity to weigh in and give us your thoughts on this program.
Further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Resolution 14-298, officially designating the city council meeting dates for the City of Council Bluffs during the 2015 calendar year.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion on those dates? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Resolution 14-299, confirming the appointment of Gran C. Ura as the city's representative to engage in collective bargaining negotiations with the Communications Workers of America clerical and technical employees.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Applications for permits and cancellations, 6A through C.
Motion to approve 6A through C.
Second.
Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Madam Clerk, any requests from citizens to be heard?
None that I'm aware of.
Anyone in the audience like to address the council? Please step forward and give your name and address for the record, please.
My name's Jamie McCoy,
Pull it down, dude.
and I live at 307 North 40th Street in the Playland area. And I'm not understanding this Playland Park urban renewal area.
Okay. And there maybe had been a little confusion. Someone had alerted me today that one of the news channels said there was a public hearing on that tonight, so I don't know if that's why you're here. But as Councilman Ringenberg alluded to, the city does TIF districts, which are economic development incentive opportunities, to help defray costs associated with certain projects. In order to do that, the city has to establish an urban renewal area, and then TIF is what they allude to as TIF is tax increment financing. And so what they do is they look at what the baseline taxes are in a particular area, and that's a pretty easy area to establish what the baseline taxes are because there is no development there. And so currently the city owns the property, the base tax are 0. Then the incremental increase after the project is completed is eligible. The property taxes paid on that incremental valuation increase is eligible to be rebated back to the developer to help defray the cost. And so they establish an urban renewal district, which then puts in motion the ability to allow TIF. And so if someone were to come down there and build apartments or build a office building, which are two proposed things that would be built, if they paid $10,000 in taxes, potentially that could be rebated back to them over a period of time to help with their cost. And so urban renewal districts, the first part of the process. An application for TIF is the second. It would come before the community development department. They'd analyze how much money is necessary for public safety and incremental costs, and then would recommend to this body some type of rebate of their property taxes. It does not come out of city taxpayers' pockets because there is no tax there now. It comes out of the pockets of the developer on the property taxes they pay, and they get rebated back on their property taxes. They don't get rebated back more than what they pay, although potentially that could happen. There have been times when people have requested that, and actually in a current case with the city, in conjunction with the Mid-America Center, we got money lent to us by the Iowa West Foundation, and the entire area pays back towards that repayment of that debt to the Iowa West Foundation. But typically it's just the amount that the developer creates in new taxable valuation, and when they pay their annual property taxes, the city will rebate a portion of that back for a defined length of time.
Okay, I think I understand that part, but what I'm also wondering is, Mr. Gross had sent us a packet or some plans of what is going to be developed down there.
Yes.
Whatever happened to the grandfathered rights of Playland Park being used for recreational purposes, only that land?
That land was to be used for a park initially, and in order to comply with that requirement, the city had to take like amount of parkland and establish it in the city. And so we did that, I believe, in 3 different locations in order to get as much comparable square footage of ground. And that was done many years ago, and I'm guessing back in the late 1990s, but I don't know that for a fact. 1990s, early 2000s.
Okay, well, and this is my significant other,
Sure.
and he has some questions
Sure.
about the
You
infrastructure.
bet. And can you give us your name and address for the record too, please?
My name is David Flavin, and I live at 307 North 40th Street also. Okay, then the question comes back to you is where, you talk about you have so many pieces of land out there that are earmarked for parks with playground equipment in that. Where's there the nearest park that has playground equipment of equal capabilities down in Playland Park?
I'm just guessing, but I would guess on 28th and Avenue B.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, it would be Trolley Park, which was where the old streetcar garage was.
Okay. Now, also, one of the big problem I have down there is the infrastructure. The infrastructure down there is not adequate for the residents that exist today. And I don't think you should be even considering the idea of doing anything with Playland Park until you fix that infrastructure, because you're gonna add more to it. And that, you got 40th Street that needs total pulled out and replaced. There's potholes and everything else existing down there, and all you do is patch them. That street needs to be refixed. You got sewer systems that are inadequate for the residents down there. Avenue G floods every time you get a heavy rain down there. You only have 2 exits and entrances to that area. You haven't decided to put anything else in there to get us in and out.
That's not true, actually.
Well, I haven't seen any plans, so I'm coming off of what I'm coming from. I don't see them. Your electrics doesn't work, or it's inadequate. Gas is inadequate down there. I want to see the infrastructure before I even consider the idea of doing anything else with it.
How many homes in that area were lost during the 2011 flooding?
I'm not exactly sure how many, but all the houses that have been rebuilt down there have been told no basements in it. Your plans show that there's parking garages underground. Not gonna happen. Can't do it. If you guys are telling us we cannot build basements, you cannot build a underground parking garage.
I think it's first level parking, which is street level parking.
Well, there's a plan in there that talks about underground parking.
Well, sir, it's what's called pedestal parking, if I'm not mistaken. The building is built on top of the parking garage, so the parking garage will be at grade and higher. It
No,
won't
this
be
is,
underground.
your last plan in here, in this
Yes.
package that was sent to me,
Yes.
shows in the states, underground parking.
I'd love to look at it because
Okay.
I don't remember that. I'm not saying I could be mistaken, but I don't remember that.
Everything that'll be built there has to be above the floodplain anyway, so they'll be elevating the construction down there, and I read the plan thoroughly, so there may have just been some verbiage that was inadequately stated there. It'll be at grade.
And as part of the plan, they're negotiating, the city, it appears that the DOT, nothing has been finalized yet, but the goal, and it appears very likely, is to have, rather than 41st Street be the on-ramp to 480, we'll upgrade 40th Street. It's the street you're concerned about, and you're right, it does need upgrading, but as part of this plan, this pays for that. And it's a really interesting plan. You can see, if you go online, you can actually see some schematics of it and see all the changes they plan to make, not only the road, but also areas for pedestrians, for bikes, beautification, trees, all new infrastructure. You're right, it's needed, and this plan includes it.
Okay? Well,
Thank you.
and plus, you got levee down there that needs to be worked on. When's that gonna
Working on it.
start?
We are working on it now.
We're on a 10-year plan right now that's passed through to do that, and it is actively being worked on. We're replacing pump stations. It can't all be done in 1 year, of course, because it's a lot of money. But it is being done in a 10-year plan.
Well, I'm down there, I'm retired now. I watch what's going on down there. I don't see anything going. So, thank you.
Anyone else from the audience? Anyone from the council?
I just wanted to explain quickly the shirts that a few of us have on. The fire department this year has decided to support Wounded Warriors instead of breast cancer. They're changing it up a little. So every Friday for the month of November, they will be wearing the shirts that Nate and Allie are wearing. And all the proceeds from these shirts, the shirts are $15. All proceeds are going to go to get a service dog, a therapy dog for Wounded Warrior through Puppy Jake, which is an Iowa foundation. So if you're interested in a shirt at all, you'll be able to get one at Credit System Services. They're on 225 South Main. But I think it's a neat thing the fire department's doing, so just want to make everyone aware of this plan, and they're hoping to hopefully get a couple dogs. So that's the plan.
I'd invite you to go out and search for Puppy Jake Foundation on the internet and look them up. It's an impressive operation, and what they do is they help fund working service dogs for wounded veterans. And what that means is that they're providing serious working dogs for folks who have lost limbs, and they use these dogs from everything from fetch to physical leverage. And dogs are also provided, specially trained for people suffering from PSD, and it's these dogs just do a world of good for these injured vets. So kudos to the fire department for supporting that fund.
Anything else? With that, those scout troops that came tonight picked a good night if you wanted a quick meeting, because the meeting's adjourned.
This one is, I think you picked a good night.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, we take pride in our community and volunteering our time to helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We are Council Bluffs people operating a Council Bluffs bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Hometown banking, the way it used to be.